Cardinals are gathering in the Sistine Chapel this Wednesday to elect a successor to Pope Francis. Ahead of the voting, the 130-plus electors will hold morning mass in St. Peter's Basilica, then locking themselves away from the world until they choose the man that they hope can unite a diverse but divided global church. The electors cast paper ballots and voting continues until one candidate receives a two-thirds majority or 89 votes. And after 2 rounds of voting, ballots are burned in a special stove. Black smoke signals no decision, while white smoke means a new pope has been chosen. For more on this story, we can cross live to Rome to our correspondent Seema Gupta. Seema, walk us through then what exactly is going to happen today.
Well, right now it's early morning, and I think you can see behind me tourists, pilgrims arriving here at St. Peter's Square, and the Cardinals themselves had until this morning to check into their residences inside the Vatican. But now, of course, preparing in less than an hour to participate in that all-important pre-election mass. This is the service attended by all the Cardinals, not just the Cardinal electors. And it's a chance for them to, I guess, in a way, focus on the issue of prayer. For them, this is about getting God's guidance in order to choose the next pope. We journalists and people in general talk about the politics behind it, but for the Cardinals, the issue is also about prayer. And so we will see this service this morning presided over by the Dean of the College of Cardinals, Cardinal Giovanni Battista Re. He's 91 years old. He also presided over the funeral mass of Pope Francis. And so we'll have to hear his homily and his message. And then this afternoon, as you mentioned, the Cardinal electors will be moving from the Pauline Chapel inside the Apostolic Palace to the Sistine Chapel in a procession in their Cardinal red robes. And then they will one by one be taking the oath of secrecy, that the entire process will be secret. And then at some point, the masters of the liturgical ceremonies will then declare extra omnes, which means essentially in Latin, everyone out. And so only the Cardinal electors will remain there. They will listen to one other meditation before they will actually carry out the vote. So for today, we expect at least one vote to be carried out, and we hope to see a smoke later this evening. Of course, more often than not, you don't actually get a pope on the very first vote, but that first vote is important to get a gauge of where these 133 cardinals actually stand in terms of their choice.
And Seema, you mentioned this election process is shrouded in secrecy and speculation is rife. Tell us more about the protocol surrounding it.
Well, in terms of secrecy, the Vatican is very clear about it. All the cardinals actually have to leave their cell phones at their Santa Marta residences, and they can only get it back after the conclave is over. On top of that, even if they do have a phone, the authorities are jamming all cell phone signals around the area of the Sistine Chapel and the residences. So they will have no access to the internet, newspapers, radio, television, whatsoever. It's a chance for them to be secluded, focus on prayer and coming to that conclusion. And it's not just them, even the cooks, the cleaners, the security staff, medical staff on hand, all have had to take an oath of secrecy as well. So we will only know based on the voting. There will be 2 on Thursday in the morning and the afternoon, and another 2, so on and so forth, until we see that white smoke.
All right, Seema, thank you very much for your reporting. We'll check in with you a little later on, and France24 will be keeping a close eye on that chimney for you with special editions later on. And this evening, Stuart Norval will be bringing you a news bulletin from Vatican City at 9 p.m. Paris time.